All right, folks, there have been some concerns regarding the contactless card payment system where the machine is charging other cards that are close by, almost like Bluetooth. To help us understand more about this system is Chief Executive Officer of 876 Technology Solutions and Cybersecurity Expert, Mr. Trevor Forrest. Sir Trevor, welcome.
Trevor.
Good to see you.
Morning, good to be here.
That makes sense a while ago when I say almost like Bluetooth.
Yeah. It's just that Bluetooth has greater range.
What's the range for the contactless?
The technology that you use is what I call near-field communication. So it can go up to probably about 2-3 feet. But it's controllable.
Which is about just what me and Delia.
Yeah.
Why though? Is that something good, by the way, or no?
So if you recall, and as technology has been around for a while, but prior to now, you would either have used swipe card. Now, the issue with that was all the information was stored on the magnetic stripe, and that was deemed to be insecure because somebody could just get a skimmer, swipe a card and get all the information out. So the thinking was to move to a more secure modality. So what they started to do was to put the information on a chip. And then you would hear about chip and pin. So what would happen is you would present your card, but for the transaction to occur, you'd put a pin in. The transaction wouldn't go through without the pin. And technically, you're the only person that's supposed to know the pin.
Correct.
Right. Then COVID comes around and touchy thing. So they moved to the contactless modality. So now you don't have to put a pin in. You don't even have to touch the machine because nobody wants to put the pin in. You just tap and the transaction goes through. Now the thing about that is the protocol that is used for that, it's wireless. So the machine is reading a signal that the card emits, right? So it's like a wireless device. So technically, if I can read the signal that the card is emitting, then I can get the information that's on the card. That information could be name on the card, card number, expiration date, and in some cases, if you have the right tools, the CVV number, right? But the thing was that, before I would have to present a PIN for the transaction to go through. Now, I don't have to do that. Anybody who has a card can simply tap and the transaction goes through. Now, what the banks have done is they've shifted the responsibility of controlling the card away from them to you. So that now you have to make sure the card is safe, right? If you lose the card and you don't know, anybody who has a card can make the transaction occur. What the banks have done is they've given you tools to manage the card. So if you have some of the banks give you a mobile app and you can turn off the card and so on. But the thing is, you don't know when your card has been stolen. Right? So that's one thing. The other thing is, by simply having the card on your person, somebody could pull the information off the card. Right? And I can show you how that works.
Hold on. So somebody could pull the information without the person knowing that they're pulling the information?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you
and
could
it can happen deliberately, it can happen accidentally.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you could walk past me and get my information, but you never even tried to get it.
Well, yeah. So in the case of, say, a restaurant, the waiter is walking with the card machine, and close quarters, and your handbag is here, and they walk past. It may pick up the card in your handbag, run the transaction, and what happens is you see a transaction for somebody else's bill.
But Trev, that can't make sense.
So again, it's a convenience factor. But there is a security component, and if you're not aware of it, then you don't know what steps to take to mitigate that.
I want to ask, because range is a key factor. Yeah. Is the range What's the way that I can put? I'm trying to find a layman way. Can I set it?
Yeah, it's
like if I'm the
controllable.
restaurant person.
Yeah,
I
it's
can set
controllable.
it.
So NFCs, and many of these technologies, it is controllable.
Right.
But I think what's happening is there is some variance with the different types of machines and the range. Not So this may not happen on all machines, but they have
right.
certain machines that they have a little extended range. So you could just be like in close proximity.
Yeah. You said you were going to show me something.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my purse in the car. Trevor, show it.
So I have an app on my phone that I have a. So this is my card. I'm not going to ask you for yours. If you look on that card, you'll see it's expired, by the way. You'll see the card number and everything, right? Now this is a chip and pin card, and you see the wireless button there and the chip. All right. So here's the app. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the card to the phone, just like that. And what it'll do is it will. Numbers look familiar?
Everything that's come up on that?
Expiry date card, number card, type.
Now this.
Hold on. Without the app, it would still happen? So
no. You have to have something that can read.
That can pull
Okay.
information.
Yeah. So like the point of sale machine does that.
Right.
Now, this is a very simple, rudimentary app that can do that. There are purpose-built tools like Flipper Zeros that will pull this, and all I have to do is just bounce it with the intent of getting that information.
So with that app, if you walk past me and my card is here, you get my information.
Well, with this one, I actually have to put
Touch
it.
Make
there.
contact.
Have to
But
make
there are
contact.
others.
There are others that you don't need to do that.
So you can just walk past me?
Yeah.
Trevor, that cannot make sense.
So like you're sitting at an airport, and somebody just walk around and just and you can conceal it in your shirt. You just walk by, bounce people, and they pull the information, and you can store multiple cards. Now, the argument would be, well, if you don't have the CVV code, you can't do a transaction. But if I'm in a restaurant with thoughts on my mind, you present the card, I do this, I scan. Now I have card number, expiration date, CVV code. That's all I need. So now how do you mitigate this kind of stuff? So one of the things that is often suggested, which I often recommend, I've had these for years, is in your wallet you have one of these, which is an RFID and NFC blocker. Right? So this you put into your purse. Some people may need two because them purse big and them thing turn up like Neville,
Yeah.
You go on, man.
I only have one in mind, they're upon Neville.
And that blocks anyone.
So what will happen now is if somebody tries to do this, it won't read it. It blocks the signal going out.
Where we get that card?
These you can actually buy them on Amazon. They're pretty cheap.
What's the name of the card?
It's an NFC blocker.
NFC blocker.
Yeah, RFID or NFC blocker. Because I'll tell you this. So the cards that you use to enter buildings, you have these things around it. Okay, these apps can copy those, and then if I have a blank one, I can write a new one. So I can scan your because they use NFC as well. I can scan your card, make one for myself. Now that same access you have in a building, I have.
How much for the card?
If you buy 5 for about $6.
So why we don't just go back to those cash? So nobody can.
Well, so again, it's a convenience thing, right?
They're going to pick your pocket.
Yeah, it's a convenience thing. So I think what's important is that people are aware.
Yeah.
Because before this, I've been talking about it for a long time, but then people started to see it happen in the weirdest places, and it's, there was an article on Sunday about that. It's the awareness that's important. So you're talking to people, and it's like, well, why don't the banks just give you the blockers too?
Yeah.
That's not their job. The responsibility is now yours to protect.
Yeah. Because you can also still keep your PIN with your
Yes,
card?
yes. So I don't tap. I always use because
Above a certain amount, I
Right.
still have to enter the PIN.
I don't know.
or
if-
you can turn your card off until you go to
I don't know if you can answer this from a legal standpoint, but if it happens to me and I did not use my card, I'll never tell nobody to use my card, and all of a sudden I say $22,000 come off it.
How do you prove it wasn't you?
Yeah, what can
How
I?
do you prove that was
Yeah, that's my point. How do I prove that? That me never use this.
That's
a problem?
the question.
Yeah, that's a problem.
No, but I didn't use it.
But you have to prove it.
Yeah.
I know, but
It's difficult.
no,
And
because
that's
I
the
get
challenge.
an alert when I use my card.
Yes.
So if I get the alert and I say,
That's-
but I never use my card.
Yeah, but if you go now and you tell the bank I didn't use it, they say, well, but it's your card. This transaction was run with your card. Where's your card? So now they're sitting back and saying, well, as far as we know, you
Use the card.
used your card. Until you can prove otherwise, yeah, it's not on us. It's on you.
That can't be right. I understand what you're saying, and the proof is on us, but it can't be right.
So
if
now-
Nina doesn't sit down beside me,
So now what
and my
you
money
have
come
to
off of her
do
card.
is becoming aware. You have to take steps to
Protect
so it's like,
yourself
look,
and your card.
you're protecting your home. Now you have to protect your money.
You said something just now, and is that the suggestion that we must not use tap, use insert all the time?
So I don't do tap. Again, for convenience, and you have wide range of people and their views on that. What I suggest is that to minimize situations where this kind of activity, get blockers.
So hold on, without the blocker, can it happen if it's not a tap card? Can it still happen if it's just an insert card?
I don't think they have those being distributed anymore. So I think the majority of cards.
Cards have the chip.
Because I want this one that
I know, but if,
that I showed you.
Yeah, but no,
Been
but
around for about
all right, and
5
I
hours.
understand that. But if me is an old-fashioned man and me still I insert, can it happen to that card? Which is what I want to know.
No.
Okay.
Because there is no signal being emitted by the card.
Okay.
The thing is, I believe every financial institution is now requiring that you
Have a card
surrender
that's
the old-fashioned cards and move to these.
One that will
Yeah, but
facilitate.
it's not them losing my money, you know. It's me I lose my money, not them.
Yeah.
So the responsibility has shifted to you. So now you have to be more aware and
Well explained, Sir Trev. Good to see you. Very well explained.
Good to be here.
Chief Executive Officer of 876 Technology Solutions and cybersecurity expert, Mr. Trevor Forrest.
Never you don't need 6. After you buy them, give me 3.
Me by them.
After the break, we hear about the call by the JBBC to get pepper farmers to support the value chain strategy.
When me telling us I shouldn't have no sense in the thing, I joke me I make.
Come in our park.
Then why you can't buy the things actually?